Okay. That probably wouldn't taken half as long if this level were playtested properly, but that's fine. Well, this is a level. So I had 2,870 attempts, which, fun fact, 1,800 of those are just from practice runs. I used this level as a warm-up for Bloodlust, and that was basically my learning attempts. It probably would have taken me less if I would have just learned it and didn't practice, but I'm still not embarrassed by that. It's pretty good. Tornado by Bianox. This is one of the Cyclone, Hurricane, and Tornado Trilogy by Bianox. This is the second one I've beaten. I plan to beat Hurricane sometime soon, and that's like the main reason why I went for it. It was also like a really good warm-up to Bloodlust, because that's what I'm mainly grinding right now. And, you know, I like the song and I like the deco, so I thought, I might as well give it a shot. Seems like it'll be fun. Base gameplay is really good. I like the base gameplay quite a lot, especially 0 to 60. It was really, really, really fun to play, but oh my gosh, this level was not playtested. Like, the amount of issues that I have with this level, I'm probably gonna forget a bunch, so I'll name off my biggest complaints with the level right now. Womb's parts kind of just didn't work. There were a lot of workarounds that I had to do to make the part work properly. I think some of it was maybe 2.2's fault, but other things, I just don't know how I was dying. I think I got to Womb's part 11 times, and I got past it twice or something like that. I died to his part a crap ton. It's a terrible part. It's genuinely one of the worst parts I've ever played, and it's mainly because it just doesn't freaking work. The part right after that, it's one of those parts and levels where the creator thought it was a good idea to replace regular orbs with toggle orbs. Newsflash, that's not a good idea. I cannot stand when creators do that. It was the same thing in Proto Flicker, where because the orbs are toggle orbs, it does change up the way that the orbs work ever so slightly. Like, they still function like normal orbs, but because they're toggle orbs, it's like the input or the delay or something, they feel different, and that pisses me off, because I had to really work to try to figure out how those timings worked on the toggle orbs. They were so stupid. I hate it when people do that, man. There's no reason to. Like, the toggle orbs did not serve a single purpose other than to act as normal orbs. If you want to make the square orbs, just decorate your orbs to make them look like a square. Don't replace them. It changes the gameplay. It makes it play significantly worse. That's a me thing. I don't like that. The part after it also didn't like. There's a cube right at the end of that part that's a really big choke point. I did die to it once, but it wasn't too bad. They're like a blue orb, and a yellow orb. They were incredibly tough, like, especially for a level of this difficulty. The last part is really not that bad. It's fairly easy, but it's kind of hard to see where you're supposed to go, but with a little bit of practice, it does get better. There really aren't many other complaints. There's like a couple clicks in the pre-drop that are kind of hard and kind of weird. There's a couple parts in like Bianox and stuff that are kind of weird, but 0 to 60 overall is super fun, and that's mainly why I actually did end up enjoying this level, despite the fact that I feel like it's very poorly playtested. 0 to 40 just got so consistent. I got to the dual wave at 59 like 3 times in a row, like several times. By the way, that is my favorite part of the level. Those dual waves are so much fun. Those are so much fun to play. They match the level perfectly, and I kind of wish more parts played like that. I felt like that wave section, those waves and that entire part was one of the more fair parts of the level, because anytime I would die, it was my fault. A lot of the part, level just ultimately, it doesn't feel like it's playtested very well, which is very disappointing, because I think with proper playtesting, this would be one of the best extremes in the game. It's really, really good. It's just not playtested very well, so very kind of disappointing, but I still will say that I do like this level. I probably like it about as much as I like Cyclone, because Cyclone, I used to love it, but it's kind of gone down a little bit on my rankings. I like it maybe a little more than Cyclone. They're both not bad levels by any means, but this level is just really rough around the edges. As for difficulty, well, I don't know. It's an easier extreme, probably around Cyclone difficulty. I wouldn't be surprised if this is easier than Cyclone. This feels a little easier than Cyclone, but I could be wrong on that. I don't 100% know. I'm not good at judging this ranking of difficulty. Overall, I'd say give it a shot if you're interested. I found it decently fun. Just know that there are a lot of issues that the level does have, and that if you're like me and you tend to be impatient with levels that are very janky and not play tested, maybe steer clear of this one if you don't want to give it a shot. But if you're going for the Cyclone, Hurricane, Tornado Trilogy, go for it, dude. It's a pretty decent level. But yeah, that's all I got.